It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see this team's towering tight end. He's gonna be a busy man in the passing game. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next.
Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come off a disappointment.
Pioneers come into this one at 6-5. The Vikings are 2-9, and Greg Dortch to bring the opening kickoff back. Greg Dortch to the outside. Nice tackle right before we reach the 30-yard line. Pioneers losers last time out after we really started to kind of get our season turned around. 3,600 yards, 23 touchdowns, 13 interceptions for Pat throwing the football. The offensive line still a little bit of a weak spot. Let's see how well we can run behind it here today as Evo with a solid carry of 5 yards on the first play of the game. 94 yards on 24 carries. Our last time out, which was a while ago. I had intended to do this game about a week ago and then realized I had to play the Vikings in Lions franchise immediately after. On the slant, Marvin Harrison Jr. with a catch and a first down, tackled by Stephon Gilmore at the 40. They have gone single safety. If we get pass protection, we might be in a great spot. Oh, off the hands of Mudcat Steele. We do not see that very often in Steele's brief career. So used to number 11 bringing down that ball. 2nd and 10, Evo on the run. Gonna cut it with a little bit of space. And he'll pick up a first down and into Minnesota territory to the 49. 2 carries, 16 yards for Evo to start this one out. They press Steele. We gotta try and just burn him. Uh-oh. Corner blitz. Pat mercifully got it away. It'll be 2nd down. Every time they press, I'm learning it's a blitz. Every single time it feels like. Evo, not much. 2 yards on the carry. The first time the Vikings have done a good job on the run. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Pioneers on the opening drive. 3rd and 8. Lucas has it close to a first down, but we did not get a tackle by Michigan Wolverine Josh Metellus. And we're going to line up to go for it here on 4th and 1 on the opening drive. Uh-oh. Well, that was great defense by Minnesota. Great block shed there by the defensive tackle, but we picked up the first down. Sheesh. So to the 39-yard line, Evo will run to the outside. Trey McBride let go of his block to get downfield, and we don't get much there on that. 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. Already a lengthy drive to start this game for the Pioneers. Evo with a run. That hole closed quickly. We pick up 4 to the 38. It's 22 yards rushing on this opening drive for number 9. And we're going to try and put the ball in his hands again here on 3rd and 6. Evo's out there, but the blocks are not. We lose 2. And this will be a long field goal try for Matt Prater. Cashman read it perfect. A 54-yard try now for Prater. Uh-oh. Well, we're missing that. I'm not sure if Prater is regressing mid-season. I'm not used to his meter being that fast.
but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when
An
you
over 5-minute drive that results in no points. Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones, the Minnesota Vikings offense out there on the field. Nice tackle to start this game for no gain. 59 coming off the edge. I'm not sure who that was. 2nd and 10 from the 43. So it is pretty good starting field position for Minnesota, and Jones runs right in to bend over. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 45.
They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
2 tight ends off left. Darnold will motion Jones out wide. It'll be out wide. Rock missed the hit, but Chris P. Bacon with a big tackle on 3rd down, and that should force a punt from Minnesota's Ryan Wright.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
Pioneers get a little bit of a break, and that break didn't last long. Punt is out of bounds at the 5, so a long field upcoming now.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive.
Try and run this football. Evo dancing around, couldn't get to the outside, picked up only a yard. Kind of got tangled up in the feet of one of our offensive linemen. 2nd and 9. Lucas, low throw from Pat, and not much there on that. You got to put that ball out in front of him to really have much of a chance. 3rd and 6. Dump it off. Evo should have enough for the 1st down, and he does. Out to the 18-yard line, 24 yards passing for Pat. Here's Evo on a counter. They blew up that whole left side. Loss of a yard, and there is Josh Metellus again. Just need something to break big here early for Portland. Not much. A yard. So that'll be 3rd and 10. And just not much going right for Portland here early on. Pat on the run. They broke right out. It's going to be intentional grounding. So from bad to worse, it'll be 4th and 19 from our own 9-yard line. Gillikin to punt it away. Got one gunner free. It's a good boot. Fair caught at the 44.
Right about the 43-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota, good field position to start the drive. Jones for 3. Carried Ben Dover on his back for 3 yards, coming off a good game a week ago, including 2 scores. Here is 2nd down and 7. We actually have one of our new additions lined up at defensive end. Colt trying to fight free. They dump it off. A hit from Squiddy Rock. I think that's Squiddy Rock. We have so many rocks. I'm getting confused. It's 3rd down and 1. Darnold, quick one. Big attempt at a hit. We missed Addison. Jordan Addison with a catch and down to the 38-yard line. We're going to risk a little bit here. Bringing some safety pressure. Both safeties, in fact. And Jones is split out wide. Bacon shrugged off. Oliver with a 5-yard gain. Safe to say the blitz didn't work. Darnold back to pass. He'll find an out route again. Jones out of bounds before picking up the 1st. But down to the 28-yard line. 3 receivers in the formation for Minnesota. As Portland will try and get a big 3rd down stand. We will. Flag is down. Really, really late flag. Holding on the offense on Brian O'Neill. We'll decline that, make it 4th and 3. Force him to a long field goal try. I'm not sure. Is he not out there on the field, or is he just not made a play? Field goal attempt is good for Minnesota. We'll sacrifice the 3 points. Will Reichert pounds it through. Oh, okay. So right to kick off. In the hands of Dortch, it's a deep kick. He's got Sauce Castillo to block for him. Sauce with a good return, or Dortch rather with a good return to the 35-yard line. Pioneers offense has to find a rhythm. Nothing has really gone well offensively here early on. Gonna throw out to the sideline. Lucas with a catch, but not a first down. It is a gain of 9 yards. I don't want to run a stretch run with a yard to go. Don't want to put ourselves behind the sticks with a potential hold. Evo up the middle. Evo crossing midfield and down to the 44. One of the better runs of the early stages of this game. Half a minute to go. Here in quarter number 1, quick one to Marv, and he picks up the first. It's been a little bit of a dud here in this first quarter, and usually I would take the second. However, that's not going to be the case here. Gonna throw! Oh, good Lord. A throw on the run for Pat. We didn't have much of a choice at that point. Luckily, falls incomplete. 3-0 Minnesota after 1. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Starts quarter number 2. Lucky to have the football after a pretty awful attempt at a throw on first down at the end of the first quarter. 6-yard pickup. Leaves 3rd down and 4. And you know what? I'm going to run the ball. If we don't get it, we might go for it. Evo up the middle. He's got a big hole. Evo inside the 20 and to the 13-yard line. 10 carries. He's got 50 yards. One of Evo's best games already since early on in the season. Sauce Castillo has it for a 7-yard pickup to the 6-yard line.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
They don't bring that pressure off the right side. This should be a good play. Evo gonna be close. They'll mark it 1st and goal.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So at least 3 chances to try and pound this in. 3 yards out to start the second quarter. Evo up the middle. Easy touchdown for Portland. Not a great offensive first quarter, but number 9 is going to power it into the end zone. What a game Evo's having here in the early stages.
The offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has
I'm telling you, I think Prater's meter's quicker. PAT, though, is up and good, and that's going to kind of force us to do some things we might not want to do if we're kind of losing confidence in our kicker here.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Prater boots it away. Is that Hunter Renfro? Back to return it. Uh-oh. Renfro up to the 41-yard line. Gotta love the stiff arm and truck of the air. My 2 favorite things when it comes to Madden. Darnold, play action. Nowhere really to go. Now he does have somewhere to go. He finds Justin Jefferson and a tackle for Budda Baker. Jefferson's first catch of the game. There were 2 Pioneers back there. Really, everybody else on the field was back at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 32. Jones going backwards. The ball is on the ground. And that is with the Pioneers.
Guys are gonna
Robin Reigns picks it up. And I do think it might have been Bateman who forced the fumble. Yes, it was. There he is. That's not going to be a fumble. So we're going to come back out onto the field. Minnesota's going to retain possession of this football, but Danny Bateman making a play in his first game. This is gonna stay Vikings football. I have no idea how this got called a fumble. It's close, actually. It stays with Minnesota, but it was a whole hell of a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Second down and 12. It'll be Darnold. Brings Addison in tight. And that was a play action. Darnold on the run. He's going to get sacked by Harry Toe. Really feel this defense coming together just all around. 3rd and 16. Darnold back, looking. He throws it short. Murphy, Bunting, and others combine on the tackle, but it'll be 4th and 9.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams.
Will Reichert again.
He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
48 yards out. Reichert is good. Of course he is.
It's right down the middle, and they'll get it back within a point at 7.
2 Minnesota field goals so far in this first half. 10 minutes to go before halftime. As Ryan Rydell booted in the air. Sauce Castillo to bring it back. Sauce with a dance. Gets to the 32. Evo already has 1,000 yards on the season, 16 touchdowns on 250 carries. I say already, I mean, we are quite deep into season 1. Here's a Portland first down. Evo cuts that back. Good reads there on the outside. Josh Metellus has played a phenomenal game so far.
After giving up 6 the last time on the field.
I gotta say. Watch the flow of the defense. Evo's gonna motion out. Steal. Thrown. Oh, it's caught! What a catch! Mudcat Steele turned around and got it down to the 45.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful?
Maybe makes up for that earlier drop. Pioneers into Viking territory, and 74 just a little bit too slow. Trying to make something happen on that. It's a 2-yard loss. The 47-yard line. Evo out wide. We picked up blocks, but we also have some laundry out there. Stretch runs. Not sure why I even try anymore.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
Second down and 20. Oh boy. Yep. Nothing was really good. Blake Cashman, another Minnesota defender, playing a great game.
Fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
There was a guy on my intended route and then panicked, threw it over the middle, and that was even worse than trying to force it over to the sideline.
It's been pretty sensational.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9 from the 45. Darnold back to pass. Thrown over the middle. Wide open is Justin Jefferson. Still powering through Pioneers defenders and inside the 30. Fullback C.J. Ham in the game. Not much on the run. There's Bateman. Nice play in the run game. It's a gain of 1.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second down and 9. They still have a fullback in the game. But Darnold back to pass. Again, they just leave Justin Jefferson wide open over the middle of the field like, I got cover 2. Middle linebacker's dropping 15 yards. Play action. Over the middle, Addison to the 2. Darnold, 109 yards passing. 2 yards to go for the Vikings to take the lead. Darnold looking, scrambling. He's got a walk-in touchdown. Darnold just rolls out, and there is nobody there to make a play.
2 yards out, and the Vikings are able to move back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet. Or they
Minnesota will take a lead. Reichert to make it 7-13. He does. Chance to respond for the Pioneers. Plenty of time at all of our timeouts.
In pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Dortch to return it. Greg Dortch out wide. Dortch with a move out past the 35 to the 36-yard line. Gotta love getting the ball in the hands of Dortch.
As he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great.
Gonna try and throw the ball early on the drive, see what happens. Harrison, short one, dropped it. Nearly picked up by Steele in the air. But an incomplete pass. Here's second down. Pat gonna throw. He finds Lucas. Good block by Mudcat Steele. Lucas inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Big play in the passing game for the Pioneers. 36-yard gain. Evo on the run. Space to the outside. Great tackle there by Tillery. You think you got the edge and you got an easy first down, and then he's at your ankles. Second down at 11. Evo up the middle. Powered forward by Hernandez. It'll be third down and 2.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here.
66 first half yards for Evo. James Conner is in the backfield. Fullback dive picks up the first down. We want to be a little bit slower here. We don't want Minnesota to have a chance to respond to this drive. Pat on the run. Look at all the space up the middle. We might not get that chance. Never mind. It'll be first and goal for the Pioneers at the 6-yard line as Pat scrambles. We will take the 2-minute warning. Down by 6. And we'll be running the football. Probably 3 straight plays and trying to chew clock. Evo, that's going to get blown up. Loss of a yard. Well, at least in theory, that's what we're going to do. Second and goal from the 7. Evo again cuts that back. We do get to the 5-yard line. The big play here for the Pioneers. We could go for it on 4th down if we don't get it here. Evo, end zone, touchdown, Portland. We will tie the game with 34 seconds to go in this first half. 2 first-half touchdowns for Evo tonight.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw
Sam Darnold and the Vikings will have a chance to respond, but Raiders PAT will give us the lead. Important to note, Minnesota does get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Prater just going to boot it away. Certainly can't afford them to have a good return this time from Renfro, and they will not. Down at the 24.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first.
Well, it's going to have to be Sam Darnold, if anybody. The Minnesota Vikings, 31 seconds to go. They'll dump it off. Renfro. Short gain, timeout, Minnesota. They got about 10 yards on the play.
26 seconds to go until halftime.
A bend over lined up over the center. Darnold found Addison. First down again, timeout again. They're running out of time. Only one timeout left. Still need probably a good 15 yards to consider a field goal. Darnold scrambling around. He might go down, and what a sack! And a loss of 14. Second of this first half for Harry Toe. And it's a timeout for Minnesota. That's a bold, bold call. Darnold out wide. Oh, my goodness. Sean Murphy punting with a chance to pick that off, but it's 3rd and 12. Depending on what happens here, I might call a timeout just to make them punt the ball to us. Give us a chance at a return, perhaps. They'll run it, and they don't get much. 8 seconds. We'll call a timeout. If not much happens on the return, we won't do probably anything. We'll probably just take a knee if we even have time left.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Put the ball in our hands one more time in this first half. Right? Evo's got no room. Taken down. 1 second on the clock. I think we know what the call is. This play has done wonders for us at times this season. We're just chucking it up to Mudcat Steel no matter what.
They'll throw now on the final play.
Pat gonna throw it deep, and oh my goodness, Mudcat Steel might be free. No! Knocked away by Bynum, and that's halftime, but the Pioneers lead by 1. Minnesota ball to start the second half. Pioneers with a 1-point halftime lead. It'll be Hunter Renfro again. Had a couple of nice returns today, but also some duds. Down at the 26-yard line. That is where Darnold and the Vikings will start. Justin Jefferson has not been as big of a factor as you would have thought. Neither really has Addison. They go to the tight end, Oliver. Picks up 7 after a missed tackle to the 33-yard line. And that's just what Minnesota continues to do. Just throw out routes. Not deep passes. Toe tripped up Jones. And I think Bateman was in on that tackle too. 3rd down and 3. See if they want to run this with Jones. Nope. Darnold back to pass. They had a wide open Justin Jefferson. Jack Daniels and Caleb forced to combine on the tackle. Just a slant route, and whoever was out there got beat so bad that they weren't even on the screen. First down. Darnold. Reigns was closing in. Renfro. Taken out of bounds by Mike Gucci, but a solid opening drive to start the second half for Minnesota. Fullback in the game for the Vikings. Jones has space. Jack Daniels, the last line of defense, steps up to make the play, but it's a first down again for Minnesota to the 28. I'm going to back off that blitz. Don't like it at all, but Minnesota sees something they like, which is terrifying. Oh, that was a jet sweep to Justin Jefferson. Met by, I'm going to butcher this name because I don't even think it's a real name, Dagataga Colt. Might just call him Colt. That's our new linebacker who lined up on the defensive end that time. 2nd and 12. They'll run it with Jones again. Harry Toe is there, couldn't bring him down. Caleb makes the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And now 3rd and 11. I'm putting a spy on this play because we have seen Darnold try and scramble at times. Vikings already in field goal range to try and take the lead. Never mind. It's going to be a long field goal. And Caleb picked up the sack. It'll be 4th and 18. Now, this certainly is makeable for Will Reichard, but if this is a miss, what a huge play by Caleb. Kick is up, and it looks perfect. It is. Minnesota by 2. That is 3 field goals now. For Will Reichard. Greg Dortch on the return. Dortch. Blocks weren't great, but still a solid return to the 32. Focused on the inside run at halftime in a game when we were already doing quite well running the ball inside. Evo again, flag down. It's a gain of about 15. But it's coming back. So now we're not even just getting bit on stretch runs. It's inside runs, too. Will Hernandez on the flag. Clear space with Mudcat steal and try and find Marv. Pat rolls out. Harrison has it. Could be a first down. Stood up. But what a play to get right back in this drive after the penalty. 2nd down and 2. There's some pressure coming. Evo sneaks free. 1st down. 5th tackle for Bynum, but that's 74 yards now on 19 carries. Evo is just getting pounded into the ground. 1st down. Steal wide open. Couldn't get a block from Marv, but Mudcat to the 35. And this is the best the Mudcats offense. The Pioneers offense has looked really in weeks. As here's Evo again, hole closed quickly, but still a 3-yard pickup. Just in back and forth territory right now. Where did I just throw to? It doesn't matter. Mudcat steals open. I love throwing to the wrong receiver and still being able to bring a pass in.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 from the 12.
Back to throw here.
Thrown, caught, Sauce, touchdown.
And he will take this one.
Portland retakes the lead on the Sauce Castillo score.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
4th of the season for Sauce Castillo. And he just spun right out of Bynum.
In the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed
Raiders kick,
well.
and a hold by Kyler Murray. Up and good. 5-point lead for Portland.
Is up to 5. A drive that time of 6 plays. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Well, I was going to try and kick that left. I forgot you actually still have to aim the meter. Renfro broke out a 1 tackle, but still doesn't make the 30.
Just across the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over.
Darnold, Jones, and the Vikings offense back out. They'll run it with Aaron Jones, and they got blocks. Tackle by Rock. Good hard hit. 1st down for Aaron Jones.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that.
Harry Toe is back there. Watch out, Sam Darnold. Harry Toe's having himself a game. I hate having to try and say that name with a straight face, but loss of 6 on the play. I'm going to back off that press. 2nd and 16. Watch the counter to Jones. Never mind. He's going to split out wide. They go almost a screen, and Oliver breaks free. A 13-yard gain to make it 3rd down and 3. When's the last time we had a punt? Darnold to throw. They got a wide open man. It's the tight end Oliver for a first down. Buda Baker laid the boom on him. Didn't matter. Sending pressure at Darnold. Looking to fire, incomplete. Trying to find Renfro. And the pressure got to Darnold that time.
That's just his second incompletion.
Second incomplete pass of the game. For Sam Darnold, he just got hit. And that was Colt who had the ball bounce off of him. It'll be 3rd and 10. You know they're throwing the football here. Pressure's coming. Toe missed him, and Darnold just throws it away. Toe about had sack number 4. That'll be a Ryan Wright punt. Now we've been pinned deep from the Vikings punting from around this spot at times today. Not this time. Not a good boot by Wright. Out of bounds at the 18. So Portland with a real chance here to get some separation. Offense has really been clicking for about the last quarter and a half. Feeling pretty good about it. Now I know here in year one, the Vikings have just not had a very good season. I mean, two wins. But I mean, this is still a tough team to try and face. Evo, what the hell just happened there? I wasn't even wrapped up there by Tillery, but all momentum stopped. Did I see that correctly? Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. So watch us hit in here, and then we just freeze, and then we're wrapped up before we're even wrapped up. Gotta love animation-based gameplay.
They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
2nd down and 9. Gonna look for Sauce Castillo. A lob from Pat. It's on the money. Castillo down the sideline. Big play in the passing game down to the 37. And despite the interception, 17 of 23 for Pat throwing the football here in this one. Again, it's a really good offensive game for us. Oh, watch out. Gonna try and dump that off. Evo got it, but no gain on the play. Head back to the run. It's safer. Evo again. Cuts it back. They got a guy waiting. 80 yards on 22 carries. 3rd and long, and we don't trust our kicker. Lucas throwing over the middle. Swatted away. Harrison Smith. 52-yard try for Prater. That might be good. Prater's kick is up and away. And make that an 8-point game. So still a 1-score game. But finally, we're in a spot where it's just not the lead switching hands back and forth.
Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case.
Prater's boot taken by Renfro at the 5. Hunter Renfro to the 29-yard line after phasing 3 yards forward for no reason.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier.
What a weird sentence to say. They've had some problems moving the ball through the air, even though Sam Darnold's thrown like 3 incomplete passes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Absolutely killing Minnesota in total yardage. Darnold fires into traffic, but caught by Addison and still on his feet before he's finally body slammed by Jack Daniels after an 8-yard pickup. 2nd and 2, Jones the single back. It'll be Darnold. Looking, firing, and incomplete. Mike Gucci broke that up. Now it'll be 3rd and 2. And what do the Vikings want to do? He's not that slow. Pitch play. That looks blown up. Aaron Jones, no gain. One of the Arizona Cardinals originals in Wilson makes the stop. That's a big stop defensively. Looks like good coverage on the return, too. Evo to bring it back. Up past the 30 to the 31. Well, Portland, first and foremost, going to look to get this to quarter number 4, but also looking for the dagger. Caught by Harrison, and a 6-yard pickup, and we will take the 4th quarter. In a 24-16 Pioneer lead. Going to go on the road and take down a tough NFC North opponent. I know the record says that they're not tough, but I've played this Vikings team now twice with the Lions. They're not easy to face. Good completion to Marvin Harrison Jr. sets up a 2nd and short. As we start the 4th quarter, Evo trying to cut it back, got halfway there. And I mean, we have seen a lot of carries for Evo in this game. And the game just hasn't really subbed in James Conner all that much. So we're going to try and fullback dive here on 3rd and 2. They had it blown up, but we switched direction and pick up the 1st. We will, of course, take that. Now, granted, we still shouldn't just go into chew clock mode, it being a 1-score game and all.
I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game. Yeah, those bigger guys here
not going to roll out. Going to throw it off the arm of Sauce Castillo. Cashman can celebrate all he wants, but didn't do anything on that. Sauce should have brought that in. 2nd and 10. No pressure. Out wide. Trey McBride, his first catch of the game. And he's got a 1st down to the 45.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Evo, the counter. We actually have some blocks this time. Cuts it back in a solid run. Down to the 25, and that is the 100-yard game for Evo tonight, who might break some records this season.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Gonna look. Sauce Castillo has it to the 1.
And so close, he gets it to the 1.
Can't get it in.
Right there. So 1st and goal, 6 points.
Flip this play. That's actually probably a mistake. The fullback fake, halfback flip, that got blown up. 6-yard loss. Andrew Van Ginkel.
That really sets him back. A loss of 6. This drive's taken more than 5.
Sauce coming across the middle of the field here. Sauce is wide open, and I don't know what happened on that. Sauce just stopped. Here's 3rd and goal from the 7. Regardless, in this situation, we have to make it a 2-score game. Castillo over the middle. He's got that. He's got the touchdown. Pioneers extend the lead. Looking real good now in the 4th quarter. Sauce Castillo again.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late,
Prater,
don't just tuck in and try and ride it
it's
out.
Good.
Go out and play.
31-16. A very tough road back for the Vikings now.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Hunter Renfro to return it again. Been a while since he really busted one. He's trying now. Got speared down by Collins, but his best return since the first quarter. It's going to be desperation now for the Vikings. Going to be seeing a lot of Sam Darnold chucks. Darnold chased by Toe again and gotten by Toe again. Pioneers have 5 sacks in the game. Harry's got 4 of them.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5
Jesus.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator?
And the guy who got the other one was in on that too, so it might be 3.5 for Toe. If you're Minnesota, you cannot have that happen. Darnold starts running backwards. There's a quick throw for a 6-yard pickup, Jefferson. They have not been able to find him on a regular basis. 3rd down and 14. Darnold running around. Gotten again. Nichols got him. 4th and 27.
Season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
9 sacks on the year for Bilal Nichols.
And here's Ryan right now as the drive goes backwards.
Minnesota punting and not looking very pretty. Evo's going to have to fair catch that at the 30. Give him the 37.
35-36 yard line.
And now it's just all trying to get home. Big, awkward lead for the Vikings to try and come back from. Evo breaks one again. He picked up about 11. 113 yards on 25 carries. The 1 touchdown in the running game. But then also a passing, or at least a receiving touchdown. The Pioneers just look to end it. Evo out wide. Big hole again. With a move, he picks up another first down to the 42. I don't just want to murder our guy here, so I'm going to try. Pat rolling out, just going to take what we can in the running game, which is actually going to be a good bit. 8 yards on the play to the 34. Looking for short passes. Going to give our back a break. Lucas is all alone down the sideline. Slow turn upfield. Down to the 21. You know what? Let's look for a dagger. First down. Pressure from the Vikings. Harrison. No! Another drop for Marvin Harrison. I know he had some heavy pressure in there with Stephon Gilmore. Not the game we're accustomed to for Maserati Marv. Evo dancing around. Should have had a first down on the play, but it's still a 5-yard pickup.
Enjoy the sunshine and go play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
You don't need to do that. Sauce, that's picked. Josh Metellus, who has had a great game while falling down, no less, being ran over by Sauce Castillo, picked that off.
And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Vikings head
Shouldn't matter too much. 6:20 to go.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they
long field upcoming for Sam Darnold. He's taken so many sacks today that, missed tackle. Stiff arm in the air. Always works. Because it just puts the offensive player just on like a straight line, which they never run at otherwise. Darnold to throw. Over the middle, they find Jefferson. Short gain and a tackle by Sean Murphy Bunting. They can nickel and dime their way down the field all they want. Darnold fires, finds Jefferson again. Thompson and Uche combine on the stop. I mean, they're not really in any sort of hurry. Oliver motioned in. Wide open, Jordan Addison. Darnold took no time at all to make that read. There's nobody over there.
So that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Not even at midfield yet. Darnold again. Reigns moving in. They got a good block on him. There's a catch, Addison. Maybe. Darnold again. Now they're all of a sudden in hurry up. Sam to throw. It is caught. Hunter Renfrow. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sam Darnold hasn't really taken a deep shot all game. That one on the run, no less.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I
3:35 to go.
And get back within a score.
Pioneers not home free. I would expect Minnesota to kick off here. And they will. 3 timeouts. The Pioneers still at least need probably 2 first downs, depending on how long it takes. Greg Dortch to the outside. Still another good return to the 35. Long drive for the Pioneers last time out. We're hoping to really ice this game, and then interception thrown, a weird one, but tell you what, the Minnesota linebackers have played a pretty good game. Metellus, Cashman, they've really been much better than expected for a 2-9 team.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive.
So it is a run for Evo. Nobody picked up the linebacker. It's a 1-yard gain, and there's Cashman again.
I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey,
Run down as much time as we can.
So when you do throw the football,
It's going to be borderline on trying to get this to the 2-minute warning after this play. I don't think we're going to be able to, and especially like that. Maybe a counter run wasn't the greatest decision. And we are in danger of turning the ball back to Minnesota now with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pat got it away. It's incomplete. And on the bright side, the 2-minute warning will happen on the punt. 4th and 13, and Blake Gillikin will send it away. Looks covered fairly well for the Vikings. Murphy Bunting comes in with a solid hit. So at the 26-yard line is where the Vikings will take over, down 8. The good news is we cannot lose the game on this drive, as Darnold will drop, has his man Addison already past the 40. 306 yards and 2 touchdowns thrown by Sam Darnold here in this one. I think the move is to use Urteau, who they're double teaming now. They'll go out wide. There's a catch for Jones and another first down. I don't really think time is going to be a factor for the Vikings. Darnold over the middle. It's picked off. Sean Murphy Bunting jumped the route a little bit. Got tangled up with Jefferson. And now the Vikings are in big trouble.
The offense back out there at the line.
First interception of the game for Darnold. Evo out wide. Tried to put a move on his man. Timeout Minnesota. They're left with 1.
another example of why coaches really stress saving your time.
I'm going for a dagger.
They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
2nd and 7.
That one looks like he'll throw.
Pat, that ain't a dagger. The first Minnesota sack of the game.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the
Well, all the sense in the world to just run it.
3rd down and 10.
Kill clock. Maybe even pick up the first. Maybe even pick up the first Evo called game. His 31st carry of the day. 400 yards, 141 yards rushing, and that will seal it. On 3rd and 10, Pat will drop to a knee. One more will be required. But the Pioneers are going to go to 7-5. Playoff hopes are still alive. And gotta be honest, like, the defense, now that we really feel like we have a solid defense behind us, gotta love the prospects of this team the rest of the way. Again, I know this is a 2-9 Minnesota team, but played very, very well against some very talented skill position players on offense. Jefferson, Addison, Aaron Jones was held mostly in check.